The U.S. State Department has assumed that generous diplomatic and financial gestures and concessions could induce the violently volatile Middle East to embrace Western values such as peaceful coexistence, good faith negotiation, democracy, and human rights. However, this well-intentioned policy has been interpreted as weakness, generating tailwinds to rogue entities and headwinds to the US and its Arab allies, while highlighting the fact that rogue entities bite the hands that feed them. Is that a fact? In 1978-79, the State Department embraced the anti-US apocalyptic Ayatollah Khomeini, suggesting that he was anti-communist, surrounded by moderate advisors, preoccupied with bringing liberty to Iran, a Gandhi-like Iranian. However, Khomeini transformed Iran into a chief threat to the US, branding the US as the great American Satan. Since 1979, the State Department espoused the diplomatic option toward Iran, assuming that the Ayatollahs are amenable to desisting from their anti-US regional and global proliferation of terrorism and drug trafficking, abandoning their repressive, fanatical, megalomaniacal 1400-year-old ideology, and adapting good faith negotiation and peaceful coexistence with their Arab Sunni neighbors. However, the diplomatic option has bolstered the Ayatollahs' anti-US rogue strategy, reinforcing their collaboration with anti-US governments, terrorists, and drug traffickers in Latin America, posing a lethal threat to every pro-US Arab regime and letting down most Iranians who aspire for regime change in Tehran. The State Department welcomed the turbulence on the Arab Street, which erupted in 2010 and is still raging from the Persian Gulf to Northwest Africa as the Arab Spring, Facebook and Youth Revolution, and a march for peace and democracy. However, as evidenced by Middle East reality, it has been another tectonic Arab tsunami, not an Arab Spring. The State Department was a key engine behind the US-led NATO military offensive which toppled Libya's Gaddafi in 2011, despite Gaddafi's dismantling of his own nuclear and chemical warfare infrastructures and fervent war on Islamic terrorism. The toppling of Gaddafi transformed Libya into an uncontrollable platform of civil wars and anti-US and anti-Europe Islamic terrorism. Until the eruption of the civil war in Syria, the State Department considered the ruthless anti-US Bashar Assad a potential reformer due to his background as an ophthalmologist in London, a president of the Syrian Internet Association, and married to a British-born woman. However, the civil war has claimed a toll of over 500,000 casualties, 7 million refugees, and a similar number of domestically displaced people. The State Department has embraced the anti-US Muslim Brotherhood, the largest Sunni Islamic terror organization with welfare, educational, political, media, and religious branches, while pressuring the pro-US Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Egypt because of their determined war on Muslim Brotherhood terrorism. Unlike the State Department, the pro-US Arab regimes are aware that the Muslim Brotherhood aims to topple all national Islamic governments, establish a universal despotic Islamic society, promote martyrdom in the service of Allah, and bring the Western infidel, and especially the US, to submission. State Department policy is pushing the pro-US Arab regimes closer to China and Russia. From 1980 to 1990, the State Department approached the anti-US Saddam Hussein as the enemy of my enemy is my friend. However, this policy was perceived by Saddam as a green light for the invasion of Kuwait, which led to the First and Second Gulf Wars, an ongoing civil war in Iraq with 9 million refugees and domestically displaced people. It transformed Iraq into a major Iranian platform of anti-US regional and global terrorism. While the State Department extends to Palestinian leaders red carpet reception, all pro-US Arab regimes extend to Palestinian leaders the shabby doormat. The Arabs consider Palestinians as a role model of intra-Arab subversion, treachery, and terrorism, and are aware of the Palestinian alignment with anti-US rogue entities in the Middle East, Asia, and Latin America. All of the State Department's Israel-Arab peace proposals were Palestinian-centered and therefore were frustrated by Middle Eastern reality, which has never perceived the Palestinian issue to be the crux of the Arab-Israeli conflict, a core cause of regional turbulence, nor a crown jewel of Arab policymakers. In 1948, the State Department led the opposition to the establishment of Israel, contending that it would be pro-Soviet, overrun by the expected Arab military invasion, destabilize the Middle East, and threaten the supply of Arab oil. In 2022, in defiance of the State Department's worldview, Israel constitutes the largest U.S. aircraft carrier with no need for U.S. servicemen, sparing the U.S. the need to manufacture and deploy to the Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean a few more real aircraft carriers and additional ground divisions at an annual cost of $15 billion. Vital U.S. interests require the State Department to refrain from sacrificing Middle East reality, as frustrating as it is, on the altar of erroneous and convenient conventional wisdom. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification button for more videos. The subject of the next video will be U.S. pressure on Israel, testing U.S. realism and Israeli leadership. For more information on U.S.-Israel ties and Middle East affairs, please write to yoramtex@gmail.com and or visit theettingerreport.com.